All right, guys, and as you can see right there, that is a wheel and that is a trailer. And what do you know? It's the boat. And the boat is back. So I got the cover all taken off of it. And first thing I notice is all of the wear and the rubbing from the doggone cover. So that definitely doesn't look good at all. So I don't know if I'm gonna try and do something about that or not. I'm sure I can't get it out. It's probably just on there for good. But then it would either be just repaint the top or just leave it and you know make the paint job look a little pristine and add a little age to her so it doesn't look like it's a fresh paint job. Which, I mean, not really anymore. It's probably been a good 8 months. So that's pretty good. Maybe coming up on 10 now. I don't know. It took a couple weeks, probably like 3 or 4 weeks to paint the whole boat. So definitely took a little while. But in there, I got some rope and some anchors for the boat to go with it when I sell it. Got pretty dirty from sitting, but I can just kind of, once it dries, I can just vacuum that out. I see there's a rivet from when I had to drill this to get my transom redone. So, just vacuum it out, wipe it out quick, It's not going to be perfect, but, adds a little bit of age to her so that she looks all reliable and trusty, which is what I want. And back here, we got my little testing stand, which probably isn't going to work all that great, but you know what? It's worth a shot. And I probably should just grab a garbage can, but there's garbage in all the garbage cans. And this is all that was empty for now, so we'll see. But the water thing is right on the bottom of that, so if it does start, water is probably going to be all over the floor, and it's probably going to be too low to suck up water. Now, I wish that these were tipped up because that would work a little bit better, but, I don't have that right now. So, this is what I'm working with. So, I just got to hook up the fuel and, see if I can get this sucker to stay running, because this thing would fire up, but then it would die like 2 seconds later. It would never stay running. Like maybe the longest it's ran is like 5 seconds. So definitely no bueno. So I'm gonna see what I can do. It's definitely got to be a carburetor problem or something along the lines of that, because I'm pretty sure this one still pulled over 100 compression. I want to say it was like 112-ish. And it definitely has spark. So, we'll see if it's going to fuel and see if can't get it to stay running. So I figured to start with this one because this one, the guy said ran when he last used it, and then the lower unit went out. So I got that all rebuilt now. If you guys haven't watched the series, go back to the playlist and watch it. It was definitely a journey, and we did this whole paint job, redid the whole trailer, and basically restored this whole unit. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and get all caught up, and then you guys will hopefully get to see this out on the lake once I get a motor running for it. I do have a trolling motor for it, but I don't want to get stranded either. And I actually do have oars for it, like matching oars from 1972. And they're just downstairs because, I didn't want to have them in there or on it for when I had the cover on it, because you can see the red right here. Oh, no, some of the paint actually came up. That's not good. I have to try and do something about that. Maybe I will have to kind of paint it. But I guess we'll see. Worst case, I'll just redo the white on it. But that is a lot of taping and covering up. That's like a whole weekend's worth of work. But, you know, if it came down to it, I guess I could. I do still have some white left over from my truck frame, but I don't think it's much. And I still have a few more things to paint for the truck. So there's that. But without further ado, I'm going to see what it takes to get this thing running. And I'll let you guys know what I come up with. Might just have to spray a little bit of the go-go juice in there. I think I got some right down here, some of the good old starting fluid. So, you know, whatever it takes to get this thing running. Because I just got to get this running. And then the boat will be basically up for sale. And then I just got to grease the trailer bearings because I put new wheel bearings in there. And these nice new grease caps. That one's a little loose. Might have to do a little something to get that to stay on a little bit better. But, yep, that's about it. So the boat's almost there, but still a little bit left. So I'm going to get working on the motor now. All right, guys, so back to working on the boat here. I've been doing some stuff to it. I haven't been getting it on camera, unfortunately, but I found out that this primer bulb is bad because I can no longer suck fuel from the tank to the motor. And, you know, I've taken this stuff off, had them connected, blew through them. You can blow through them just fine. Pulled this out of the tank. Looks, you know, the pickup tube looks like brand new, super clean. You know, I can blow through, well, when this isn't on there, I can blow through this part of it. And I actually mixed some gas in here with, well, just transmission fluid, whatever, you know, it's oil. It's like the same thing. Probably not, but, you know, whatever. I don't think it matters on this thing. And it actually ran for a little bit, but, you know, I definitely didn't want to stay running. And I came up with the fuel pump is not working. And it turns out that, so that's just the top piece. And then this is the only gasket I have. And then between this plate and this, there's, well, this gasket. And then there's like, you know, this little gasket thing right here. You can kind of see it. And it turns out that there's like another like flat thing that's supposed to be in between this. Because right now, you see these holes, they just go right through the back of the carburetor. The gas will just go straight through and out those. So there's supposed to be a gasket in between this. And, you know, I'm just going to have to rebuild the fuel pump part of the carburetor. And then it should work just fine. Because, I don't know, they just didn't send me a piece that I needed for it. And it's just missing, so it just leaks. So it doesn't build vacuum or anything, so that's why it won't stay running. And I need a primer bulb. So this is probably going to have to, you know, sit for a week until I can get parts, because I could only find, well, you know, I don't like just, you know, finding random websites and ordering from, because I've gotten scammed a few times from doing that. So I don't do that, and I don't trust that anymore. But, you know, unless it's like a high-end brand, like I'm buying a Cognito lift kit for this, so I trust that. But, anyways, I just use eBay and stuff. So there's one seller selling a fuel pump rebuild kit for one of these still, and they got 2 left. So that carburetor definitely needs one, and I gotta look at this one quick and see if this one needs it, because I'm gonna need to cop both of those. So I gotta take a look at that one later today, and I'm also thinking about swapping the lower units so that this one looks nice and pristine, because it did get chipped from me wailing on it trying to get that dang lower unit on and off. So that's my fault, but this one's already chipped up here too. So, you know, sell this one with the boat. You know, motor's got a little wear and tear, but runs good. So, you know, once it gets to that point at least. And then, yeah, should be fine, you know, good to go. Just sell that one with the boat, have this one nice and pristine and sell it separate, and be looking good then. And then got some stuff to do on the truck, and then obviously still got to paint the whole body and everything. So, you know, just working away. Got a lot of projects going on. One would say too many. There's some dirt bikes over there too, but those are probably gonna go away soon. I mean, I could have made a video on those, but, you know, unfortunately I didn't. Would have been a fun little build, but that was my brother's deal, so I wasn't going to try and get involved. But I don't think there's much left I could do, and I have noticed that the wires are getting pretty rotten on this thing. But, hey, I mean, you know, once the fuel pump's working and the primer bulb's working, if it works just fine, I'm just going to leave it, you know? Because they're rotten like right to the kill switch, and that means, you know, probably gonna need a kill switch or something, or figure out something else, and then that goes up there. That's no big deal to fix, but, you know, I don't want to create a whole nother problem trying to fix one, because I already had to, I think I replaced some wiring on this too. Or maybe I just had to fix some ends, but anyways, not much I can do to this thing. It does run, so I mean, I know it has compression and spark, but doesn't stay running because of the whole fuel pump problem. And now, like I said, lower unit and check this carburetor in case this one needs the fuel pump rebuilt too. But I mean, I did rebuild this one already. It's just, you know, I must have bought the wrong kit or something, because it didn't have that piece for the carburetor. And I think that carburetor leaks too, so I gotta figure out why it's doing that, if the needle and seat just need to be cleaned, or if it's another fuel pump problem. So once I figure that out, I guess I'll just let you guys know. All right, guys, so as you just saw in that last clip, the motor does run, and well, I actually just had her out on the lake, but it doesn't stay running when you give it power, so I'm gonna have to go through the carburetor and clean it. But at least I don't have to touch the fuel pump part of it, because that all works fine and it doesn't leak fuel, so that's good. But it's probably got the jets all dirty and stuff from sitting. I mean, guys, this thing sat so long that the piston seized up and got stuck in there. So I'm just gonna have to pull the carb off and see what I find. But I did also get a new primer bulb right down there, so it gets fuel no problem now. And, you know, I got the trolling motor and the battery on it. I'm actually gonna disconnect that. But I mean, just to see, that thing still rips, so that's good. And all of that, so I'm gonna get this carburetor pulled off and show you guys what I can find. All right, guys, so back with the boat here, and as you guys can see, there's kind of a haze over there. I was messing around with the carburetor, and this is the one out of that, you know, nicer looking boat right there. But I believe that one's 2 years older than the other motor, and this one, the fuel pump was pretty good in. So what I did is I took this centerpiece out of the other motor. As you can see, it doesn't have the little, you know, it's missing a piece of gasket. I keep on forgetting what it's called. But it's missing something for the fuel pump, so it's not working. Gas just goes straight through it. And so I took that centerpiece in and I put it in that carburetor, because if I force fed that carburetor fuel, it would work. It would just pour out of the holes on the back. Right there, those two holes, not the screw holes, but just below it. And I did hot tank this carburetor, but I'm probably going to do it again and really blow it out just to make sure it's nice and clean, because out on the lake it would start, but it wouldn't want to idle and it wouldn't want to rev up or do anything. It would start and then kind of like putter and install out. So what I did, I took that piece and then slapped that other carburetor together because it was only missing that one little flat piece. And, I didn't want to wait for the new one to come. The new one actually just shipped today, but, I won't get it till maybe even next week. And guys, that's a full week from today. So I don't want to wait a full week. And, I slapped it together. I actually just put the cover on it, but it's all together. And I got my lights working, but the remote doesn't work. So I'll just have to hook up the other box and use the other remote that I have, because I just put two strips together. So I still have the kit for the other strip, but this thing should fire right up right here. So. So there you guys have it. This thing is a ripper. All good to go. So I'm going to have to go out for round 2 on the lake. And this thing sounds like it's running really good. So, I already, this carburetor has a full gasket rebuild kit in it. And now it has that piece for the fuel pump. So that's all good to go. And, now I just got to put the lower unit on it. And then, I'll be able to sell the boat. I mean, the lights work, motor works. I really want to sell it with this motor because you look at this motor, nice and clean. All the fins are good to go. And I put the lower unit on this one. So this one's really clean. New rings, motors are rebuilt. Carburetor's going to be, new fuel pump rebuild and all cleaned out. And new spark plugs. Like this one's got everything done to it. They both got the lower units all rebuilt. It's just this one got chipped right here. And I'm pretty sure I still have the piece. Actually, I might have thrown it away by now. But it's also chipped right there. So, a little bit of wear and tear. But, it runs really good. Now to get this one running really good. And I'm going to sell this one separate. Because, I feel like I could get a pretty penny for it. Because of how nice it is. And because the whole thing was rebuilt. And, just get it ready to run for someone. And then, slap it on the back of their boat and go. So, hopefully this one's good. But I would like to have the boat just to, hold that one on. And just get that one good to go. But I'm sure I could find something else to put it on. Just to start it and get it running. You're going to run them without the lower unit on them. Well, you don't want to get too hot, but, as long as it revs up, I won't have a boat to test on. I really want to get a video of that one running to show someone when they come and buy it. So you'd be like, yeah, this thing is a certified ripper. You're guaranteed good to go, just like this one will be. So, that's just how it is. But, I don't know. I'm getting kind of fumed out in here from running this thing. Even though it didn't run for long, it's really smoky, good old 2-stroke. But just got to throw that lower unit on it, and I should be good to go and test her out on the lake tomorrow. So that'll be exciting. Well, assuming it's nice out and not raining. I heard that there was, maybe chance of rain. But just thought I'd update you guys. The boat build might actually be coming to an end. I greased up the wheel bearings the other day when I was working on these before I took it out on the lake and got the trailer in the water, made sure to grease it. And so just got to switch out the thing for the lights so that the remote works and everything. And maybe reposition some stuff back here and get it in a good spot because I think I kind of want the battery over here. And or as I got to extend the wires for the lights and kind of don't have the wiring to do so. But, it's all working out pretty good. Maybe put the fuel tank over there. It is pretty back heavy, though. That's the only thing. So, I mean, 2 people would be perfect, you know, get the girlfriend or something. I mean, I don't have one, but, you know, have someone sit up in this nice reupholstered seat. You know, I cleaned her all up so it's not all skanky. And have someone sit up there and you'll be good to go. But, I mean, just me, water was like just below the little holes right there. So, you gotta be careful. But, should be a ripper now. So, I guess you guys will see it out on the lake next and see how it goes.